Your comfort zone is not comfort. It's a prison. Every morning you wake up inside it, and every night you go to bed still locked behind its walls. You call it safety, you call it stability, you tell yourself, at least I know what to expect. But the truth, your comfort zone is silently killing you, and the longer you stay inside, the more it rots your ambition, your courage, your life itself. Think about it. In prison, you're fed just enough to survive. You have walls around you, predictable routines, a schedule that never changes. Safe? Yes. Free? No. That's your comfort zone. You eat the same meals, talk to the same people, do the same tasks, scroll the same feeds, repeat the same excuses. You don't realize that every day, your comfort zone is quietly trading away your growth for a little bit of security. The worst part, your comfort zone doesn't feel like pain. It feels like a warm blanket. That's why people stay. They confuse the absence of danger with the presence of life. But absence of danger isn't life. Life is energy, risk, motion, fire. Comfort is the slow poison. I didn't always see it this way. Years ago, my life was pure routine. I woke, worked a job I didn't love, came home, scrolled, ate, slept, repeated. It didn't feel awful, but it also didn't feel alive. Days blurred. Nothing scared me, but nothing excited me either. And that's the hidden prison most people never escape. Not misery, but mediocrity disguised as comfort. Here's the science. Your brain evolved to protect you. Homeostasis keeps body and mind within predictable ranges. Fear of risk kept your ancestors alive. But in the modern world, where survival is easy, that same wiring chains you. The moment you step outside, comfort tasking someone out, starting a new business, training for a race, your brain screams, danger. Heart racing, palms, sweating, fear, screaming. But guess what? That's the telltale sign you're actually living. Comfort zones shrink your world. Fear zones expand it. And here's a bitter truth. Everything you want but don't have. It's outside your comfort zone. The physique you dream of, beyond the comfort of the couch. The wealth you envy, beyond the comfort of security. The relationship you crave, beyond the comfort of silence. The life you imagine outside the zone. Inside, only what you already know. I tested this for 30 days. Every day, I forced myself to do one thing outside my comfort zone. Day 1, I introduced myself to a stranger at the gym. Awkward, heart pounding, but nothing bad happened. Day 5, I pitched an idea to my boss that I'd been too afraid to share. It wasn't perfect, but it sparked interest. Day 10, I tried a hobby I knew nothing about. I looked stupid, but stupid is how you start growth. 30 days later, I realized my comfort zone had expanded. What terrified me a month before became normal. That's how it works. Comfort expands only after you shatter its walls. But most people never test those walls. They live thinking fear equals stop. Millionaires, leaders, extraordinary humans. They think fear equals go. That's the difference. Elon Musk admitted he expected failure building rockets, but stepped forward anyway. Oprah felt terrified in her first auditions, but stepped. Michael Jordan missed thousands of shots, lost hundreds of games, but stepped. They escaped the prison because they treated fear as compass, not cage. Here's where the metaphor gets darker. Stay long enough in comfort. Your prison starts adding chains. Every day you don't act, courage erodes. Every day you choose safety, fear grows stronger. You build invisible walls until trying anything new feels impossible. That's why the broke stay broke, the unhealthy stay unhealthy, the lonely stay lonely. Not because they're cursed, but because they're padded in comfort cells, rocking themselves to sleep. During my experiment, the first week felt hellish. Every small new act felt like exposure, embarrassment. But a shift came in the second week. I noticed my brain adapted. Talking to strangers felt normal. Cold showers felt invigorating. Pushing harder at work felt natural. Why? Because the body normalizes what it repeats. Meaning your comfort zone isn't permanent, it's elastic. Stretch it daily, you can live a life impossibly wide. Leave it stagnant. It shrinks until you suffocate. Boredom is the proof. Ever feel restless scrolling, eating, repeating? That's not laziness. That's your soul telling you, you've outgrown this cage. We mistake boredom for weakness. But boredom is actually the whisper. Escape is required. Ignore it, and you numb it with distractions. TV, food, gossip, substances. Listen to it and you step. Take the class, lift the weight, make the call, launch the idea, and with each step, your prison cracks. By month's end, I discovered a frightening paradox. The most dangerous place isn't outside your comfort zone. It's inside, because inside is where dreams go to die quietly. I met people who stayed in jobs they hated for years out of comfort, relationships hollow for decades, tolerated out of comfort. Health declined slowly, excuses cushioning the fall. They thought they were safe, but all the while their prison was closing in. Escaping isn't easy. The door is guarded by fear. First attempts will be painful like tearing muscles untrained, but beyond it lies growth. Imagine it. Every bold step sucks at first, then strengthens muscle. Exposure therapy, neuroplasticity. Rewire your brain by doing what scares you until it doesn't anymore. Courage isn't lack of fear, it's progression, despite it. Every hero story you know is proof of this. Fear before action. Bravery after. So, how do you escape? Step 1. Admit you're in a prison. Stop telling yourself your safe routine is fine. Fine is the enemy. Call it what it is, chains. Step 2. Pick the smallest wall and push. Don't plan 100 steps ahead. Take one, talk to the stranger, start the journal, pitch the idea, do the workout. Make discomfort daily, because fear approaches shrink when faced. Step 3. Repeat until the cage dissolves. Comfort turns into capability, capability into confidence, confidence into freedom. By the end of 90 days, leaning outside comfort, I felt transformed. My energy surged, my presence sharpened, my confidence skyrocketed. Friends said, "You've changed." What they saw was expansion. My prison walls had broken open. My world was wider, brighter, bigger. So what's the truth? Your comfort zone never protects. It paralyzes. It's a velvet-lined cell, stealing your life behind the disguise of safety and poverty. Regret, mediocrity are simply side effects of never escaping. But the instant you break one wall, the universe opens doors. Opportunities flood instead of trickle. Love, courage, wealth, health, they're waiting outside your prison. Now, the choice is yours. Stay inside, stay safe, stay slowly dying. Or take the first uncomfortable step. Right now, not tomorrow, not next year, right now. Because the only escape from prison is action. And once you taste what life feels like outside, you'll never crawl willingly back into chains again. Your comfort zone isn't comfort. It's your prison. But the bars aren't locked. They were always imaginary. Push once. They break, walk forward. And in that moment, you don't just escape the prison, you finally step foot into life.